It just happened. It just happened. Premier boxing champions, DAZN, strike a surprise deal to set boxing on fire. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Link in the description. PBC, DAZN, strike union, poised for a long-term deal. DAZN, premier boxing champions. The partnership is here. Lance Pugmire. Premier boxing champs will announce on Thursday, today, but as of re-recording the video, they haven't said nothing because it's going to happen at the Rolly fight, which hasn't happened as of me recording. To follow a major promotional companies placing fights on boxing's major streaming company, DAZN, two officials, sources told Boxing Scene, conforming a Tuesday report from Brunch Boxing, While the current PBC Prime Video union nears expiration because Prime Video, Amazon, distributes DAZN content, includes pay-per-view, logic indicates PBC fights on DAZN will continue to be carried by Prime Video beyond this year. Now, I don't really know what that's referring to. DAZN boasts current connections with Matchroom, Queensberry, Top Rank, Golden Boy, bringing the promise that a slew of high-profile co-promoted bouts can be the answer to Zuffa Boxing, which we'll get into. The multi-fight union to close 2026 is expected to include bouts in September, October, November, headlined by David Benavidez, Sebastian Fundora, Pitbull, and Jermell Charlo. Some of those fighters are expected at Thursday's press conference. Wow. That is being staged to promote the bout between Rolly and Lopez. So they got a whole rollout. All right. So congratulations to PBC. Congratulations to DAZN. It looks like DAZN, and I've been critical of DAZN early on. A lot of the business model and, saying pay-per-view was dead and later getting pay-per-view, I rightfully criticize that. I don't take anything back, but they stuck around. They had Lynn Blavnik, a billionaire, and they continue to invest in the market. And it looks like boxing is going to streaming apps as opposed to more so HBOs and Showtimes and premium cable or linear networks. It looks like everything's going to be contained on an app. Now, for premier boxing champions, it makes sense because DAZN recently did a deal with Top Rank. They already had Golden Boy. They did an extension with Golden Boy, right? They already was working with Eddie Hearn in Rematch Room and Queensberry and Ring and Riyadh season. So virtually outside of Zuffa Boxing, everybody's on DAZN now, right? Everybody's on DAZN, which that's what I think kind of ushered in this new era, is because the Saudis and Zuffa and Dana White, and then you got MVP putting on things on Netflix. Now they're forming like a Voltron where it's like, all right, we all under the same umbrella, which boxing hasn't seen in a while because you always had HBO and Showtime. So the bulk from Golden Boy to PBC to Top Rank all under the same roof is crazy, right? We haven't really had that. Very interesting to see how this works. And then now it looks like they're going to give Zuffa a run for their money because I get it. Zuffa got the deal with UFC and they got some boxing, but they're not doing a great job of promoting over there on Paramount Plus. Edgar Berlanga, Hitchens about to fight, crickets. Hearing nothing. Hearing no actual talk of that particular fight. Ticket sales don't look great either. You know what I mean? So this is big for DAZN and PBC, and it's kind of been leaning that way. We've seen guys like Rolly fight, and his fight appeared on DAZN, right, when he fought Rolly and Ryan Garcia. We've seen David Benavidez on DAZN, and, it was kind of moving in this direction anyway. But with Golden Boy re-upping, Top Rank joining, and making DAZN the home, PBC looks like they're going to have some fights. Now, to my understanding, Gervonta Tank Davis fights aren't necessarily going to be on DAZN. his fights have to be negotiated separately because he's the money guy. I try to tell y'all he's the face of boxing. So to my understanding, this deal does not guarantee to include the fights with Gervonta Davis because he's a face of boxing type, and you know, you're not gonna give up everything. And that was the right play by Premier Boxing Champions. Al Heyman, smart businessman, right? Smart businessman. You know, you don't give everything. You have to, like, hey, Tank is a star. We built him on our own without DAZN. So that needs to be negotiated. So it's not saying that Tank won't be on DAZN, but you're going to have to probably pony up and pay even more money to have him on. You know what I mean? So interesting times. It really makes me wonder how this is going to look. What is Zuffa, like, let's say Shakur Stevenson, he's rumored to go to Zuffa and possibly Devin Haney and all these people. So now what is it going to look like? Another Cold War when you got all Golden Boy fighters, right? So you can make a Boots versus Virgil Ortiz. That's Eddie Hearn, Matchroom, and Golden Boy, right? That's easy to make, right? You can make a Pitbull Cruz and a Keyshawn Davis or whatever because they're both over there. So what is it going to look like with Zuffa? How are they going to compete with Golden Boy Top Rank and PBC now all being under one roof? That's like all of American boxing. That's why DAZN, a lot of their events be overseas. So we're in interesting times. Let me know what you guys think. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Hype my video up. Best in the business. And live streaming can be tough, which is why I use StreamYard. Click the link in the description for StreamYard, which is an awesome tool that enables you to set up your stream with ease of use. Get great results with live streaming. It's what I use. Stream to social media with ease with StreamYard. Live streaming is here to stay. Engage with your audience using StreamYard. Great way to reach out to your audience and connect. So you need a tool that can do that. If you're new to YouTube and you're struggling to get views, one tool I can provide to you is TubeBuddy. I've been on YouTube over 10 years. I use TubeBuddy daily to crank out videos just like this one that you're watching. Learn how the pros do it with TubeBuddy. YouTube receives a lot of traffic, which also means a lot of creators, a lot of people putting out content. So you need to learn the ropes so you know how to separate yourself, especially if you're new, but even if you're a pro, use TubeBuddy. The link is in the description. Get more views, more subscribers, and a higher click-through rate, so ultimately you can realize all of your online goals. Use my affiliate link in the description and grow your channel fast.